Hello, you beautiful beings. Ooh. Welcome to this very sacred space. It's been a minute since I've hopped in here, but I am ready to kind of unravel very vulnerably, very publicly, very um just because I know that I'm not the only one navigating what's happening within me internally, and I feel like there's some really beautiful things, as most of what I share is because there is this element of awareness that I have for what we're going through collectively as humans right now, and maybe highly sensitive beings as well. Um, so welcome. I just want to make sure everything's okay. This is not my normal setup. I think I already said that, but anyways. So, fair warning, trigger warning. There's deep emotions within this space. This is a space where it's safe to feel deep emotions. This is a safe space where we can let our deepest mm, parts of ourselves unravel. And I just want to acknowledge and welcome these parts of ourselves that don't normally get the space to be heard, to be seen, to be allowed. Mm. So, what I was just saying to myself, and what urged me and inspired me to hop in here really quickly was it all just feels like a lot right now. Everything feels like a lot, and it feels like a lot to just try and look agreeable, or like you're not getting the shit kicked out of you. Pardon my French. Um, and in this moment, I'm also witnessing how I've been trying to play this role, or this this character that has it put together, this character that knows what she's doing, and I mean to some degree. But the reality of it is, I think I'm better off not knowing what the frig is going on. And ah, wow, does it feel good to just like let go and lean into that like it all just feels like too much right now. And when I say too much, I'm talking about this gnawing overwhelm in my chest, in my belly. And there are no words, no even feeling or description as to how else I can describe it. And the all that is too much is, I don't even think logic or logical. And maybe some of it is, I can definitely see where I'm overwhelmed. Within work, I'm overwhelmed within my spiritual practice, needing more space. I'm overwhelmed with just trying to hold space for my emotional needs. I feel overwhelmed with, trying to meet my physical needs and nutritional needs. I'm just overwhelmed being a freaking human right now. And I think it's really important to share this because I think a lot of us are. And I feel like the easiest way to get through it and to navigate is with each other and to look around and realize that we're a community of beings navigating one of the most monumental times in human history. It's a prophetic time to be alive. And the more awareness we have towards that, and the more we allow ourselves to really recognize that this point in this experience of Earth, of our human experience, it's a lot. It's a lot, and it's overwhelming. Ah, it's excruciating at times. And we're really being dragged through the mud. But I know for certain mm, that it is temporary. And I just want to gently hold space for these parts of ourselves. I just want to gently hold space for the part of you that is beyond capacity with work, with life, with kids, with responsibility, with demands, commitments, within your relationships, within your heart. And if we just take a sacred pause in this moment, take a deep breath and just check in, really, really check in. And I don't mean like just a quick check in while you're cleaning or getting in the car or driving. I mean, like, really, really let yourself sink into the part of your belly that is holding all of this stuff. And just give that part of you that's trying to hold the whole world up a hug. Just give her a hug. We don't need to take the world off. We don't need to do anything about it. Just give her a hug, or him a hug, or them a hug. Just give him a hug. Mm. And acknowledge the resistance that might come up with that. I have a lot of resistance arising in my throat, in my chest. My friends, we are tripping. And you don't need drugs for this trip. We are tripping on humanity, on our humanness. And it's okay. It's okay to not have a clear clue of what is going on this freaking hair. It's okay to feel unsettled, ungrounded. But when we become aware of these feelings internally, we can nourish them. Not that we need to do anything about these feelings, but these feelings just need a hug. They just need space. Space to be allowed. And that doesn't mean we want to keep them here. It doesn't mean we're going to entertain or prolong suffering. It just means we're giving space and breathing room to those parts of ourselves that are suffocating. Mm. And if it all just feels like a lot, let yourself fall apart about it for a moment. Have a cry. I feel like there are so many directions that are pulling on us right now. And we're just like being pulled and pried apart. But no matter what direction you choose, what's that saying? All paths lead to Rome. All paths lead home. Meaning you can choose a more joyful path, a more graceful path, a path that you immerse yourself in creatively and playfully. Or there's the path where you take everything very seriously and you drag yourself through uncompassionately, hatredly. Is that a word? We don't have to, obviously, we can't control the external, but we don't have to adopt a perception or a perspective that is making it worse either. And so it's worth it to find that little inner child and let them dance through the chaos with a little bit more grace. In whichever way that looks. Sometimes that's lying on the floor and crying and then giggling that you're on the floor crying, It doesn't, there's no one size fits all to this unraveling. So, unravel in whatever way feels appropriate for you, that is not also harming anyone, of course, or yourself, but sincerely and compassionately unravel. There's no wrong way if it doesn't harm or hurt anyone, including yourself. Every other way is fine. And even if it does harm or hurt you or someone else unintentionally, that's also part of this process. And love comes in many shades of gray, so I've heard. And it's okay. It's okay to be totally terrified. It's okay to feel so lost, so confused, so overwhelmed. So grab a tea, fuzzy blanket if that helps. Or just imagine yourself a sacred, safe space that is internal, where you can retreat, where you have firm boundaries and you don't let anything in that little sacred internal space that is not in service to your well-being. Because right now I really feel like all of this that's happening in the world is just showing us that we cannot put our, oh, nice, the white pants. We cannot put our expectation in the outside world to make us feel any certain way. And as an example, if you're wanting to feel safe and you go to this place where you feel safe, that is the space in which you allow yourself permission to access that safety that you already have internally. And so everything is just generated from the inside out. And that means that if you need to feel safe, allow yourself to access a place of safety within yourself. What does that look like? What does that feel like? What does that part of you need? And I get it, we're not always in safe places to allow ourselves to unravel in these very vulnerable ways. But this is a space that can be created by closing your eyes, putting your hand on your heart, and just acknowledging what you need in this moment. Maybe it's a stretch. Oh, maybe it's just a real freaking deep breath. Maybe it's just to let yourself feel all the overwhelm in this sacred moment and just feel it. Just be with it. We are in a cosmic washing machine, my friends, and it is clearing out. It is clearing us out of all the crap that's got to go. And we can do it with gratitude and joy, despite the pain that we're navigating or the challenges and the consequences we're facing. We can choose to dance like the fool through, acknowledge what is good, hold space for ourselves compassionately, navigating, or we can take it all way too seriously and way too personally and let it drag us down more than necessary. Mm. I'm going to end it there. If you need to hold sacred space moving forward, this is a really easy thing to do. It's not easy, never mind. It's very simple, but it's not easy, depending what you're holding space for. But just putting yourself in an area that feels safe to you, which often I feel like the bedroom or um, just a private sacred space that's yours. Often the car tends to be a safe place for a lot of us. And put on some music that resonates with what you're feeling, or just I like handpan is always an easy one to go to, and just allow this moment and everything that lies within it to exist. Take some deep breaths and let yourself relax into it. And keep doing that. Just keep allowing yourself to go deeper and deeper into whatever you're holding space for. Let it consume you. And then you just let the wave ride until it crashes. And I don't mean physically crashes, I mean the internal wave that's like, what? And then it comes down, it dissipates, and you go back to your day. Maybe feeling a little bit tender, but move with softness, move with grace, move with compassion. Mm. I love you all. If this video has helped you in any way, shape, or form, please do give it a like. It really helps me out, and I really appreciate knowing that this is finding who it needs to find. Mm. Thank you so much for being here. Have a blessed rest of your day.